Hey guys, I'm back again with another wet setup for F1 23, and the next one in the calendar is Monza in Italy. And this is a track which you would think would be horrible in the rain due to all the really heavy traction zones and low speed corners, but it is actually pretty fun. With this setup you can get amazing traction out of the slower turns, which really sets you up nicely down the long straights. For the aero, it's no surprise that I've increased it a little bit over our dry setup, and I've gone with a front wing of 8 and a rear wing of 10. Having the higher rear wing just really helps with a little bit more traction at the rear of the car and a bit of stability around the lap. For the transmission, I've gone 50-50, which will give us the maximum amount of traction out of those slower corners and also help with rotation into the slow corners as well. For the suspension geometry, I've kept the camber for both front and rear all the way right, but I have increased the toe a little bit for a little bit more responsiveness at the front and, more importantly, a little bit of extra stability at the rear. Now I haven't increased it too much because that will just negatively affect our straight line speed, but I have gone with 0.01 on the front toe and 0.12 on the rear toe. For the suspension I've gone 27 and 7, and then for the ARBs I've gone 9 and 1. Both of these are a little bit softer than our dry setup, just to make the car a little bit more stable. And then for the ride height, I've increased it a little bit to 35 and 38. For the brakes, I've gone with a pressure of 95 and a brake bias of 55, which is our normal approach for a wet car setup. And for the tyres, I've decreased the pressures a little bit. I've gone with 23.8 on both front pressures and then 20.5 on both rears. This is primarily designed just to keep our tyres in the right working window, because they can get a little bit hot if you keep the front pressures high, even in the wet weather. Let me know how you got on with this setup in the comments below, and if you enjoy these setups, hit that like button and consider subscribing as well to be notified when new setups and new F1 videos drop. But for now guys, enjoy the setup and I'll see you on track.